people are always like, why do you like being out? Why don't you hire somebody to do that? But I love going to the properties. I love getting a feel for the real estate. I love getting a feel for the neighborhood, and I love seeing opportunities like that pop up.
Well, that sucks, because I confirmed this on the phone in the office a week ago.
So if I jump down there, going in, big bass just jumped over there. Kill that kill it.
All right, man. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Bye.
You have a good one.
You too. Bye. So that's either the best scam ever, or, well, it can be a scam. So we bought a house a couple weeks ago. Saved the dude from the foreclosure auction. I bonded him out to get him to, so we could buy his house, put $7,500 in his pocket, roughly. And he was supposed to, he had a lease back through today. I'm sorry, 2 days from now. And he's supposed to be out. And he called me from lockup this morning. They kicked in his door this morning. I don't know what kind of crime scene bullshit's going on. Don't know. That's what he said. And he was wanting me to bond him out again, but he ain't even been arraigned. I don't know where he's at. It's the fun of the job. Like, you get the weirdest calls at 7:30 in the morning from, you know, Tarrant County lockup. So what are you gonna do? It's a used truck. I bought it 2 years ago because I was broke and I sold my other truck. Shit, there's a video of it somewhere where Corey's telling me I need to sell my truck. Literally deep in the bowels of Roughneck Real Estate, there's a video of me talking about having to sell my car to make the payments that month. Shit, we may have to do it this month. You never know. I think DJ pushed his pad a foot that way, but we got plenty of room. So this HOA has weird ass requirements. Like, we're the only ones, like, I mean, weird ass ain't the right word. They're old. A lot of this stuff, you look at the documentation, there's one HOA. I mean, their paperwork is drawn up in the 70s around the corner. We're in Granbury, Texas. We got 2 pads here that we put up for manufactured homes. Got 2 16 by 76 trailers going here. They're badass. Got one in Bastrop. I wish I could see it, but these will be completed in a couple weeks. But these are very small infill lots. A lot of these properties were cut up into smaller lots, and this is about the smallest you can build on. 5,000 square foot. So we shall see. They're supposed to deliver 2 trailers. We'll see as the week goes on how that airs out.
This is Kylie. May I help you?
Hey, Kylie. Hey, I had an appointment with Joe Woody down here in Granbury this morning at 9 o'clock. I don't know if that's a permit or account number. I'm just trying to make sure he's still en route this morning. And he might be running late, but I want to make sure it wasn't rescheduled or something without me knowing.
And this is for Oklahoma Trail, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. It shows that it's actually supposed to be out there tomorrow. They have a webinar today that shows that he's supposed to be out there tomorrow between 9 a.m. and 1 p.m. for all 4 of those.
Well, that sucks, because I confirmed this on the phone in the office a week ago. I guess I'll be here tomorrow. This is nice.
This is first class.
Look, this is a Chevy with 3 Ys. We got one down here that we're kicking people out of right now. Not because we want to, but because we bought it and now the lady ain't moving out. When you evict somebody, you go to eviction court, and if you win, they grant your eviction, and then they have so many days to get out. If they're not out, you file for what is called a writ of possession, and you pay money. The county constable, the constable, which is kind of like a civil police officer for the county precincts, will come out and they schedule a time. They post it on the door. Say you got to get out, and if they're not out, they show up with you. They do a walkthrough, usually with a video camera. Say, here's all the stuff. They tell you, all right, it's already been abandoned. If it's just a pile of trash, because there may just be trash everywhere, or this looks like somebody's living like actual stuff. So then you have to haul it to the curb under the watchful eye of the constables, and you put it on the curb. It stays overnight, and then the next day you have to come haul it off. So it gives them the opportunity to get their stuff, like a last chance. We'll see what they get. Hey, I was just trying to figure out what the rent is on this little place up here on, I don't know, I think it's Montana. It's right here on the road. It's a little metal building. Looks like a 1-bedroom, 1-bath, but I just want to see what it cost me to get in there. Number's 817-683-1483. Thanks. Ski-doos. There's some big 3-wheelers, 10 or 12 of them. You get some more up here. This is kind of badass. Look at them old cars. There's a Ram. You got Nashes. Holy shit. That's badass, dude. Like, he got his cars parked up on the lift. So my soon-to-be 5-year-old wants a porta potty for his birthday, and we don't understand why.
He likes porta potties?
I don't know. Everywhere we go, he points them out, and he wants one. And I feel like renting one, but I don't, like, just for his party. But I don't want to get his hopes up where he thinks he can keep it. It's a weird thing to want, but we all gotta have dreams, Paul. We all gotta have dreams.
Sometimes it's owning a porta potty.
Yeah. I mean, they want that in a barn cat. So I guess I got good problems in life. Look at old Corey Thompson there, just smashing around, stomping with a purpose. Look at that. That is a sexy man right there. Look at him. He walks like he's going somewhere every time he's going. Very, very purposeful. Now he's gonna, I don't know what he's doing, jumping in his car. Let's go get out and let's approach the Corey Thompson and see if we get harangued. Oh, he's coming out. He's coming out. We'll pull back a little bit. We'll give him a little room here to breathe. A little room to breathe. It's just hard to. Man, I was doing a play-by-play of your walk away. It's just how sexy you look. You know.
It's good. How's it going, Paul?
Fantastic.
I was thinking about actually stealing DJ's trailer, just parking it somewhere, like a long ways away.
Should have.
I didn't get to
where he's at?
No, haven't got to it yet.
He's getting grease. This over here, though, DJ, this little lump right here, you can chew this out a little bit. All that water runs down that hill. I built that berm over there, so when it hits that berm, hopefully it comes around here. We don't want water running underneath this house. But if Spoonie will agree that we can put the tank here, we can dig out a hole for the dimension of the tank here. Set dirt over there, put it in your dump trailer to haul to the other Texas lot, the one you're working on right now. And then you can dump it out over there, and then you'll have more dirt.
I'll just pay him to set him. It's $400. He'll come out here and roll them off with his truck.
When's it gonna rain next?
I don't know, but I'll fill it up.
I usually use my fingers. Okay. I don't think that's it. I think it. Looks fine, DJ. It's got oil. A little too much oil, according to this. They're supposed to check it while running. Give you a call back in a second. I'll go. Thank you.
He can't imagine what 5 foot is, so we got to draw it out on the ground. Like he don't know how to use a tape measure.
Okay.
We gotta get materials for that?
Nah, I gotta get some spray paint and mark the ground out here. Dealing with special people. Very, very special people.
He said we could, if DJ comes over there, they're covering up their septic with a wheelbarrow. He said if DJ comes over there and covers it up, we can use his water.
Oh, cool. Yeah, and if we're not here, just connect it over there, just disconnect it.
But DJ, don't fucking crush his infiltrator panels. Do you know what that means?
Infiltrator.
Do you know how to fill in?
Do those got the legs on them?
I know what you're talking about.
No, look, you can't nosedive the front of that machine.
Yeah. I'm not gonna fuck anything up. I'm the least likely to fuck
Oh,
anything
bullshit.
up.
Look at this. This nice little dent right here. It's banana shape. I know that was you. My kidneys still work.
My kidneys still work.
Motherfucker, you hit that motherfucker going so goddamn fast it bent it.
Oh, I'm not gonna claim that because I'm not 100% sure.
You did that.
But you did fuck up somebody else's fence, brand new fence. At least you own this. You didn't own that fence.
You broke that. You don't own that.
I don't know about that.
You definitely broke it.
That is almost a mythological being right there. Watch, he's gonna run right over that cross. Oh, it's stuck!
All right, so what we have here is we have a lot that looked a lot more clear before the leaves got on the trees. Now that the leaves are on the trees, I can't even see through this. I used to be able to see through this. But in the middle, there's one big live oak. And that'll be all that remains when we get done with this here in about 30 minutes. So, we'll see. Well, so now we can kind of see the lay of the lot. I don't know if you can see, but the decision we got to make is, do we put the mobile home this way or long ways? And due to the drop of the lot, we're gonna have to put it this way. We can see what's going on a little bit, and it looks like we're gonna have to set the home like this, which means a giant oak tree might have to die, and I don't like that. So let's roll, let's go do something else. So one of these is ours. We own one of these. I don't know which one. That guy's there, a hand, he's got a dump trailer. I don't know which one of these we own, but I'll know it when I see it. So this house right here, we contracted for 25. It's currently under contract to sell for 58. We came out here and brought our equipment and cleaned up a big pile of trash. And that big pile of trash probably would have prevented it from selling. But overall, I mean, does this look like $58,000? It still don't look like it to me. But we generated that lead with bandit signs, putting them out saying we have a trailer house for sale with land. They came out here, looked at it, liked the area, liked the new house across the street, liked the new houses we drove by when we got here. And so they're buying this for 58. What they're gonna do with it, I don't know. But I learned we got a bunch of inventory in this neighborhood. This person's a cash buyer. They have more cash. So we'll get this one all the way across the finish line, and then we'll hand them another one. What I don't want to do is I don't want to send them 3 deals and have them be indecisive about all 3 of those. I want them to turn one down, and then we'll move them to the next one. Or if they commit to buying it, I want to have that money spent before we move to the next one. Once we get this one sold, we'll move them to the next property, and we'll say, hey, are you interested in this one? By the way, we have this one available. And if they say no to those, we'll just keep moving them around. But if they ever say yes, we'll get that one all the way across the finish line before we move on to this one. We don't want to try to get them to buy 5 and end up with them buying 0 because they see how much opportunity's out there, and then they start getting picky. So this is a property we bought off MLS. It's actually kind of a funny story. We were shopping on Investor Lift and pulling comps. This one was on Investor Lift. We pulled comps on it, seen it was listed, called the listing agent and said, hey, you know, is this property currently under contract? They said, no, it's not. And the price on Investor Lift was super low anyways. So we tried to offer through Investor Lift and all that, and then all of a sudden it disappeared off Investor Lift. So apparently somebody had this under contract before the owners decided to list it and then removed it or whatever. So once we couldn't get in touch with them anymore, we reached out to the agent, or we had our agent reach out to the agent and said, hey, you know, what's the story here? You think they'd take $170,000? They said, no, that's less than they owe. So we ended up getting to a price of $200,000, which I think was basically what they owed. They weren't open to sub 2. For some reason, they had to move, and they had a death in the family. Don't really know what all the circumstance was, but this is the property. So you can see this has got fresh paint under here. I originally wanted the contractor to paint all the brick, but he didn't want to, so he didn't, and it saved us some money. So they just painted the outside, and they did a really good job on there. So looks like we're still gonna need to get a cleaning robot, but when you walked in here, this all was wallpaper. So everything in here was wallpaper. It was dirty, dingy. We still need to get somebody to clean the floors. We're gonna do that after the carpet gets installed, but it was just real dirty, real dingy, kind of ugly, not really going, had a lot going for it. I mean, you can kind of see with what's going on with the fridge, how bad this thing was. Ooh. Stay out of there. Anyways, so we do need to send the cleaning girl by, but I mean, overall, the subway tile was here, the Formica countertop was here. If I was gonna do one more thing to this house, I would add quartz countertops. They would have to put a little plate up back here to make it not have to redo the backsplash, but that would be the last thing I would do. But overall, right now, all we need to do is get it cleaned. It's got a weird layout. It's just a weird layout. I don't know if that's a dining room. This, I assume, is a living room. Over there in that door is washer and dryer. Those kind of things can hold a property back, but square footage wise, this thing's got a ton of square footage. This particular part, of course, we did a little sink improvement, little tiny improvement there, but there was a dingy old bathtub in here. And so we just put in a custom shower. It's very basic in our mind because all it is a shower head, a little stone floor, whatever that is, and a glass slider. Let's see if the water's on. Water's on. So anyways, very basic, but it will help sell this property. This side of the house is very, I mean, they probably built this 100 times in the 80s. Bathroom in the middle. Very normal shower. Of course, we improved this, but other than that, the only thing that happened in here was paint. Same thing in the bedrooms. The bedrooms, they originally had carpet. A lot of people don't like carpet. Doesn't really matter to me. We're gonna put carpet in these bedrooms. Cheap, easy. I think it's $5,500 to carpet this whole house with the best carpet on the market and the best pad. So they'll be in here in the next couple of days installing that. This is pretty normal. Now we'll go to the garage conversion. The garage conversion's pretty basic. They just took it and divided it into 2 rooms. Both of them have closets. I'm a little sad they didn't decide to add a bathroom into one of these. These are giant, giant rooms. Whether they make them a playroom or a bedroom, or make this their master bedroom since it's right next to the bathroom. Who knows what they do with this, but great space. This room has what I can only imagine is a rap studio or sound booth. I don't really know what this is. Drop it in the comments and let me know what you think this room cutout is. I don't think it's an office. I think they were in there maybe singing. I don't know. It's got its own light switch. Don't know what they were doing with this room. It's got its own door. The 1719 Hitchin Post Drive, Granbury, Texas. Huge yard, huge house. If If you want more information, drop in the comments. We'll get you in touch with a real estate agent. Look forward to seeing what y'all think about it. Can't wait to sell this thing. People are always like, why do you like being out? Why don't you hire somebody to do that? Or why don't you get somebody to go take pictures and all that? Which we do a bunch of that. But I love going to the properties. I love getting a feel for the real estate. I love getting a feel for the neighborhood. And I love seeing opportunities like that pop up right before my very eyes. Just today, while we've been riding around filming, I've seen probably 5 or 6 for sale by owners that I wouldn't have seen had I been sitting in an office somewhere or laying on a beach fucking off or whatever it is that everybody else on planet Earth says you got to do to be a successful real estate investor. I like being out here amongst the real estate. I love looking at it. I love seeing the progress. There's nothing more fulfilling than seeing a project come together and knowing that you were a part of it. So contractors out here drinking a little Mickey D's fraps. I don't know, no getting in, but very interesting what we have going on. So I want to see how they finish this out. They're shooting this on there with a nail gun. Don't know how that's going to work out for them. Some of the concerns I have, hopefully this are all on a stud, but they're going right over the top of the metal. I wish they were using screws and screwing it in, but it is what it is. I don't know how long this will hold up. This side of it probably don't catch a lot of abuse, but when we get around there to the side that's facing the lake, probably catches a lot of wind. Contractors that are watching, if you are watching, let me know. Do y'all normally do this with nail guns, or do you normally do it with screws? I need to know in the comment section. They've gotten all the way around here. You can see what the old siding looks like now. I don't know. This wasn't really, I don't remember it. That over there was regular old trailer house sheet metal. This looks like it had been replaced at some point in time, or that had been replaced at some point in time, but this isn't quite factory. But what we're going to do here is, this is a very large opening, by the way. We're going to build a deck out here just to make it a little bit more sound. Our backup on this one is Airbnb. It's not, we're not going to turn around and make this a long-term rental. So this will be a short-term rental. So what we have to keep in mind is that if we put in a door right here and a kid walks off here, bust their ass, even though this is cool as shit, over the top of it, it's going to have a deck built. Look at our goose on the pier down there, son. Look how the damn goose is. Goosey. Hello, goose. But what we want to do is we want to not have this looking like an 84 mobile home on the inside, because it doesn't really look like one on the inside, and improve it. We know that the sales price on this property, we really only need to hit about $225 on it to make our margin. So we'll probably make that without doing too much to the inside. One thing we'll have to do, and I'm not going to take my fat ass down there and risk it for the biscuit, but that pier right there is going to get redecked. Going to have all new wood put on it. The all metal pier, so that's good. But the wood is a little iffy when we're down there. But we're going to redo that. We got a boat lift. This is a big canal. Our other lake house on the other side of the lake has a very small canal. This is very expensive infrastructure, especially that retaining wall. That I don't know what they're charging for that. It used to be about $150 a foot, a linear foot. I don't know what they're getting for it now. Probably very expensive. If you know the price, let me know. Well, hold up. Look at this. Maybe I will be risking it for the business. There's a retaining wall over there. This vacant lot's retaining wall has fell into the lake. Is our showing sign? Look right down here. Look at this danger. This fucking danger. Jesus Christ. If I jump down there, going in. Big bass just jumped over there. Big one. The infrastructure on this lot alone would cost more to get put in. Plus it costs a lot. So what we paid for this It's basically lot value. Our original plan was to pull this mobile home off, put another one in, but we were like, you know, by the time we do that, if we just took the money we're going to spend on a new mobile home and put it into this property, it would bring the same amount of value. So it looks good so far. I don't know, it's a work day. I don't know why them guys ain't here working today. I was hoping they'd be here so we could talk to them, but they're not. This particular property is 4507 East Kenwood. So we'll be coming back to check on it. We'll see all the progress. I still haven't been inside this thing. I've looked through the windows. I've seen pictures. But I can't wait to see what the outside looks like once it's painted. See if it brings this back to 2023. If it does, I really think this thing won't need much else. We're gonna head right up the road and look at one that we got contracted. We're actually paying $200,000 for one. I mean, it's probably, I don't know, 6 houses that way. Maybe.
Hello, this is Scott.
Hey Scott, I'm calling about your ship box out here on the lake in Granbury. It's on Wildwood.
The what?
Ship
On
box.
the lake?
Ship box trailer house.
The double wide on the lake, yes, it's still available.
Has there been any price improvements recently?
Let's see, we just lowered the price to $289. Were you interested in it, or
Well,
or
yeah, I've been watching it for a while. If one of those other offers don't close, just reach back out. I might be a buyer. The agent that I just called sent this message to me. I appreciate your phone call. However, I don't feel that you called my client's home was professional or called for. I will inform the buyer of your home offer and classification of her property. And then he had to correct himself, seller. Because I called him and I said, hey, calling about this ship box out here on Lake Granbury. And he's like, what? And I was like, this mobile home out here on Lake Granbury. And he's like, you mean double wide? I was like, yeah. That one.
Yeah. How old is it?
I don't know, 80s model?
That's a ship box.
I've called 100 agents and said the word ship box on the call. I've never had one text me back and let me know that they told their seller I thought their house was a ship box. I said, I can't wait to see DJ's hole. It's gonna be massive, blown out. It smelled a little funky. No wonder he walked. He has himself trapped in behind the dirt. Way to go, DJ. Don't think he can drive through that little hole right there. We're gonna see though. We shall see. You hear, he said 15 foot this way. I mean, I think it's deep enough, but I think the only way you can put two tanks in there is side by side.
Alright, so there's a right way, a wrong way, and a retarded way to use the Mini X. This is the retarded way. Side digging for no reason. Lifting up the whole side of the fucking Mini X instead of just using the front or the back, not the side. Putting the weight in the middle to the front of the trailer instead of the very back of the trailer. Kill that motherfucker. Kill it.
Let's wrap this thing up, DJ. Tell the people at home what you're doing here.
I'm loading up my dump trailer like a grown man that knows what he's doing, like an operator, like a professional, like a great professional, not an amateur who owns equipment and don't know what to do with it.
I ain't got no pussy ass dump trailer. I feel my shit front to back all the time.
Dump trailers in the shop right now?
Oh, my dump trailer's out of the shop. It only costs $200 to get it fixed. Whose dump trailer?
Whose dump trailer's here? Because it wasn't in the shop.
I'm bringing mine tomorrow.
I need to bring yours tomorrow. Mine is a little bit of a bitch right now.
the overall goal, we got a hole. We're gonna put some septic tanks in there. I'm pretty sure this hole's not right either. It's a big square. I think it needs to be rectangle.
You and Jason, goddamn. Y'all gotta decide.
It's got to, I think it needs to be a rectangle because there's 2 tanks that are going in there. And they can't go side by side. They got to go in a line or they got to go in an L.
No, I read those plans. It's right. It's the right width for both of them to go in. I read the plans. I drawed it out. The only thing I fucked up on because you and Jason don't know how to communicate is how far away from the trailer it needs to be.
I don't care if it's that close. You can dig in there.
I don't care if it's that close either. Jason does.
It'd be all right. Anyways, so we're gonna wrap this deal up.
Oh yeah, that's.
We're gonna put a house here. Next week, be back in a house in here. DJ's got a little grubbing he's got to do along the sides. So got to grub that out, remember. And then when we leave here, when me and the cameraman leave, you finish hauling dirt, you go haul your little load right here. And then you go down there and dig your holes down there. I'm gonna finish that load right there.
Yes.
And then you're gonna go down there and dig holes and help our guy out, okay?
He is still wheelbarrowing stuff, even though we told him about moving.
That's good. He's just a hardy old man.
He got nothing
We'll
else.
see y'all in the next episode when we back these trailers in. So like, subscribe, comment. Let DJ know how good he looks walking away.